Hello everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Easy Meals and Drinks Review. This is your host, Phil. We have a pretty interesting episode that a lot of you can relate to, and it is intentionally so. I've been meaning to review this for me and you. I've been to obviously this restaurant, Outback, many times before, but it's not like something that I put in a regular rotation, but when I do go, I always appreciate it. And it's very just a good overall restaurant, I believe, and I think many of you probably would agree. Some of you probably won't. But I will give you, despite your opinions or my opinions or any kind of reputation, let's go ahead and taste and I'll give you my honest opinion of this higher end dinner entree item, which is the bone-in 18-ounce bone-in ribeye. Right there. I just got a really good deal through Uber app, Uber One program. Sometimes they have like local promotions and stuff. This was one of them. And since I've been wanting to do this anyway, so I was like, what a perfect time, to do it. So I said, all right, change of plans. I was looking at a couple of other things, but I was like, change of plan, let's go for it. All right. So we have Aussie fries, quote unquote, but I don't know if it's actually Aussie style, but it is French fries as one of the sides, and I got house salad with blue cheese dressing. Obviously you can change these around. You don't have to get these. There's so many different size options, but I just felt like having fries today. I usually go for the baked potato in this situation, or like I would probably go for that the most, but today I felt like French fries. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just kind of change it up, especially because this has nothing to do with deep fry. Sometimes it's nice to have a fry with steak, I do both, right? Baked potato, fries, or you can be asparagus. I almost picked asparagus, but I said, okay, you know what? I just feel like this today. But it could have been easily asparagus or steamed veggies or anything else, right? Or loaded baked potatoes. But since this is a little bit of a higher price item, I didn't want to like overwhelm the prices, so I stayed off of the loaded mashed potato for today because I felt like fries anyway. But another time I have a plan, so I think I definitely want to try their loaded baked potatoes if I haven't already. Okay, so maybe another episode, but today we still have a very sumptuous, very kind of a premier meal, one of the higher price items that they have, or one of the highest priced steak item, which is still pretty affordable or within the sort of down-to-earth budget or like the price range. So we have that 18-ounce bone-in ribeye, and I'll sort of just cut open. You see this bone right here, and look how large it is. It's really nice, right? And look at how nice the crust is. So I ordered medium. You see all those juice au jour. I'll open up and let's judge for ourselves if they got it right also, okay? I don't want to call them out, but hey, you know what? It's not really about calling out. Let's just see what happens. I ordered medium. Let's see if they followed, if they overcooked, undercooked, or about right, okay? If it's not perfect, it's okay. It's like a takeout, so, delivery, I got it through Uber, so maybe it's a little bit different, right? Like, it's the serving time, but it should be pretty close, okay? All right, so let's go straight for and then I have these bread. Before I get the juices all over, maybe I'll cut it, right? It doesn't have to be cut, but this is actually pretty sharp. This steak knife I've never used before, so I was like, I'm gonna use it, but I'm getting some good vibes from it already because it's cutting really well. The bread, it's not even a bread knife. Oh man, I kind of squished it, but here's the I've always liked their bread, right? I mean, I wanted to do Outback because so many of us can relate to this, right? You've been there with like friends, family, like a casual get-together with like a homie get-together with somebody or you know what I mean, like for your family or for yourself, right? For a couple, whatever, without like really overwhelming your budget. It's still not like a cheap meal, but like it's always been sort of down to earth, sort of like within budget, and not too much financial pressure or any other type of extravagance. So it's kind of, I really always like that about Outback. Not only that, it's not just a price. It has fair price and also like pretty good price with combination of that along with quality and just taste, right? And that's what's good about the chain store restaurant. This is kind of a chain store series for me. that's what's good about the chain store, like any kind of brand you can think of, right? That they have like a signature taste. Like they have this strong signature taste and they really stick to that. Like kind of like Big Mac. Can you imagine it tastes different the next time you go? No, of course not, right? Maybe slight differences between restaurants, but it should be consistent. So it's the same thing with Outback, and they've always done it well. I mean, there's really no complaints. Every time I gone to Outback, I always came out satisfied. I've never ordered it indoor like this, or like, you know, through delivery. If it wasn't, because this was a higher price item, I would have probably just picked it up if it wasn't for the deal. But since I got the deal, you know, it was worth it. It was just so easy. It was perfect, and it's Saturday, and I'm gonna post it another day, but soon enough, okay? Because I got some other good stuff for you. Okay, so let's try the bread together. And those of you who are not familiar with Outback, this is one of their best thing about their appetizers. You know, they usually give you like sort of unlimited or at least a couple orders for free. Like they usually bring this out. I'm gonna put this like very fluffy, buttery butter, like a whipping butter. It's so good. Okay. Just wanted to point that out. Since I'm doing a review anyway, not everybody is going to know about this. Although many of you in the United States will know about this taste, right? About this bread. You know, they usually have like a steak knife, really nice knives over there. Better than mine, right? Probably. And then, yeah, like a bigger one. And then you can cut the bread with it. I think they might give bread knife to food. Anyway, but the bread is always there. They always bring it out. And then they usually bring out like maybe once replacement. You know, refill. Maybe not, I don't know. But I think they usually give out at least one refill, okay? I don't know if there's a hard and fast rule on that though. But bread is very, very delicious. You may want to at least ask for more. They might charge you, but hey, they might not. Okay. So that's about the bread. Let's go with the fries. It's just going to be straight up about the taste, my experience. Yeah, these fries are pretty decent. I mean, it's pretty good. It's actually kind of flavorful. It's quite flavorful. Aussie fries, I don't know what. Maybe it just gave me a regular fries. But it's good. I'm pretty glad I picked it today, because I was just feeling it today, because more often than not I might get, you know, baked potato or something like that, right? Or a mashed potato sometimes, or loaded mashed potato, it could have been. Anyway, and then house salad just doesn't automatically come with it, but you can pick it as one of the side options that is included in the thing. So I think, I don't know, this is like a $30 dish. I don't know, 32. Don't quote me on this, actually, just look it up. But it's a little bit higher priced. But it's a good cut, right? But I still also want to review the center cut sirloin, because that's probably what I normally get, that I've gotten before. I don't remember ordering the ribeye there, so this is the first time getting the ribeye from there. I mean, it's certainly not the first time trying ribeye on my end, but just over here, I've never had the ribeye. I've had 3 other things. But most often I'll get the sirloin. But because I like it also, it's just like a very perfect combination of the value, quality, you know, what you get with it. I want to do that, and kind of, I think it'll be perfect to pair that with the blooming onion. Because it's like a smaller steak too, but they give you, you know, for $4 you get it 8 ounce with, you know, instead of 6 ounce. And then, you know, has that combination. But anyway, I'll do that another time. But with that one, I think it would be nice to do the blooming onion. So don't hold me to it, but most likely, I'll do that one. If I come back to Outback, I want to do the blooming onion for sure, okay? But today, I just wanted this to be the star, okay? So let's dig in. Okay, I have A1 sauce right here standing by, because I have no idea what to expect, okay, flavor-wise. But I have a feeling that, I think they usually kind of season their steak anyway. So I may not need the steak sauce, but I'm gonna try it anyway with it, you know? So give you the rundown on what the differences are, okay? So, here is medium, how they made medium. Do you agree? Yeah, I think that's good enough, medium, yeah. Look at that, that's pink, right? Ribeye, 18 ounce. So it's a little bit fattier because it's bone in. Usually it's quote unquote marbled, right? Um, mm. Wow, that was a fattier part too. Mm. Mm. Cheers, guys. Happy lazy day, I think that's what today's called. Perfect day for this review. Easy meals. You don't have to go shop, you don't have to cook. All I have to do is just eat. Pick it off the front door. But all these, you know, membership that I have and stuff, it just made it worth it for me. And they had a special going on. I was like, hell yeah. Because Outback, you know, it's like I love brands like that. Okay, it's almost like a pop art, like a eating version of pop art where you sort of have some sort of a reverence or at least high regard for these chains. Because if you really think about it, you don't have to respect them or even care, like most people don't. But if you think about it, there has to be something really good about them in order for them to be so successful, right? Like Chipotle, McDonald's, like any famous brands, right? That has a name for themselves. You know, whether you think it's authentic or whether you think it's good or bad, you know, like if you think it's good enough, bad enough, or if it's good enough for your reputation, if you told them that everybody you ate there or whatever it is, right? But that's what I do like about the chain stores, and that's, well, number one, you guys, a lot of you can relate to it. You guys have access to it. You've been there, or sometimes forgot about it. Sometimes been there a couple of times. Maybe this will make you feel like going back there, or not. And so a lot of it's more relatable, and then also I want to try to discover that what's good about them, right? Like, is it good? Is it good? Like, is it chain? Is it good enough? Was it famous only because of the value? Or was it famous more than that? For quality, for the overall value? Is it just cheap, or is it a good value? Outback, I would say, not cheap, but good value. Not expensive. It's fair priced. And so it's affordable for the most part, right? I mean, most of us can't afford to like eat this every day still, but often enough, right? Whereas like Ruth, Chris, nothing to knock off them, that's awesome, but like those are celebratory ones, right? I mean, you're not gonna go get a $75 steak or like $100 steak from a fancy restaurant like every weekend. You won't do that, right? But anyway, so these are more relatable. But I thought when I saw the 18-ounce ribeye steak, which is a little bit more luxurious, and I never had it, I was like, this would be perfect for my review, right? So here we are. Here you go, another bite. And I'm glad I picked the fries because this kind of that deep friedness it's that slippery fattiness right here. It's kind of going well with it. A little bit of the contrast, a little bit of the crunch, It's pretty good. I have to tell you guys, you definitely don't need steak sauce. I'm gonna try one with it anyway, but you definitely don't need steak sauce. Because it's already flavored. Most definitely, okay? It's seasoned really well, actually. It's strongly seasoned. I'm actually surprised. It's actually stronger than I even remember. But I think it's so fatty, this ribeye, it just soaks up that flavor even more, I think. Either way, it's like a party in your mouth. It's like a steakhouse party in your mouth. There's nothing to talk bad about here. Like, it's all good. Like, and how cool is that to have like this type of big piece of premium type of meat still within sort of a budget, quote unquote, whatever, you know? Or without like breaking your bank. You can still treat yourself here and there without like making a big deal out of it, is what I'm saying, you know? And I love that, right? Because I'll tell you, you cannot tell me too many cuts that are superior or like higher quality than ribeye, right? You're gonna probably tell me a couple examples of Wagyu and stuff like that. So what? Like, that's good, that's great, but so is ribeye, you know? It's a really, really coveted sort of, you know, higher value meat for a good reason, because it's just nice and luxurious. And, you know, sometimes just, you know, when you have something to celebrate, or, you know, just a nice, you know, done well, or just, you know, just want to do a family night, and, you know, this could easily feed 2 people for sure, especially kids, and then even 2 adults for sure, or have one to yourself, or have some leftovers, right? But I'm definitely gonna have some leftovers. The house salad. It's pretty good. I have it with that blue cheese. Alright, this is a very satisfying meal. This was one of the sides that I picked. You don't have to get salads, obviously. But for me, this was perfect for the walk because of the colors, because of the visuals, and also it balances out with the meat, because it's a straight up meat. And, you know, vegetables, but deep fried, you know what I mean? Something fresh, right? It's nice and balanced. I love that. And the bread is awesome, okay? So it's always a pleasant environment there. It's very controlled, right? Because it's a chain store, so they know there's a consistency there that you can appreciate. It's usually very kind of homey and comfortable, nothing extravagant, but still a good steakhouse feel, contemporary steakhouse feel, and it's nice and clean. And, you know, like, you go in there and then come out happy and satisfied, maybe even with a doggy bag, right? So anyway, I pretty much just wanted to do a taste with you guys. Let's do a little bit of mukbang. Yeah, it's a thumbnail, maybe. Yeah, yes, no, maybe. Okay. All right, guys. We'll do this without anything. But as you can see, it's heavily seasoned. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. It's salty, savory. But it's usually brands that are famous for their something, usually they have a bolder taste. And which is this case, okay? So it's not subtle, is what I'm saying. Not necessarily a bad thing, just like a Starbucks coffee, how it's bold, just like in your face, strong. It's like that with Outback steaks, okay? But for the sake of this vlog, and for my knowledge also, I'm gonna put some sauce. Alright? Some steak sauce anyway, okay? Why not? For fun, right? I'm doing a vlog anyway. Might as well. Do something cool. A1. Oh gosh, guys. You gotta try it with it. Although, it doesn't need it, but be part of it, just like me. But you can try it with A1 also. I could definitely see this one with the Heinz 57 also. I think it'll really go well with it because it's sweet. This one's very savory and salty. Although it's balanced out by the fattiness of the meat and the natural sweetness of it, but still, like, it's a very salty seasoning. So it could be rounded out by, you know, other things, you know. So it's overall excellent. So if you want to try with 57 or even A1, but you certainly don't need it, okay? But 57 would be very interesting. I wish I have it. I almost typed it in, but I forgot to put it in there. I was like, oh, you know, let me try with the 57 on the side. I'm sure they would have done it. Guys, 2 thumbs up. If they have a deal pounce on it, even if they don't, you don't really expect it. It's still like affordable. So, you know, on your special nights or week, you know, your monthly or semi-monthly visit to, you know, out with your family to eat, perfect place to do it. Or with your friends or family, you know, or your girlfriend or boyfriend, right? Without breaking a bank, you're still gonna be very satisfied without really skimping on anything. Really, this is good stuff. All right. So this is my review by your host Phil. Easy meals and drinks review. Outback Steakhouse, local branch in Jacksonville, but this is like, you know, throughout the U.S. obviously, and probably even some other locations. So you guys can relate to it as long as you have this nearby. It's all over the United States and probably some outside of the United States also. 2 thumbs up. Very, very juicy, very tender, very strong tasting, very full of flavor, just excellent. They got it medium, good enough, right? Good enough, right? Doneness. Awesome bread, you know, pretty good French fries, although by the time it got here it was slightly soggy, but, you know, I can't really knock them for it because it takes a little while, right? But it's delicious. House salad, why not? I love it. It does balance out the you know, the friedness and the fattiness of this, and I'm just really loving it. So this is just a really good set. Highly recommend it. This setup could feed 2 people, no joke. Like, just like this, right? Fries. You can even, you know, split the salad. Look, like, and look how big this thing is, right? So this could feed 2 people, which would make it very affordable, actually, or rather even more affordable. This 18-ounce steak is big enough for that. So 1 big eater or 1 regular eater, eat twice. Or maybe you have a canine friend, maybe the little rinse, you know, because it's a strong taste, whatever. Oh, you know, they'll love that. Not dietary advice, not pet dietary advice, okay? Consult your vet before feeding them anything. But definitely not bone, though. You cannot feed dog these hard bones. Please don't do that, okay? You can cut around it, maybe. Then maybe rinse it in the water a little bit. You don't have to, probably, but I'm just saying, like, definitely don't feed the bones, please, okay? No bones, because that's a no-no, because it's cooked. And it's really hard, okay? But anyway, so really good stuff. Thank you for watching. You know, we're getting more views. Please subscribe. I need it, so I can continue doing this for you. Okay, so please support the channel by just subscribing, all right, and making comment, liking, sharing. Thank you very much. This is your host Phil. I appreciate you for watching. Have a good weekend.